Hey, this is Dr. Timothy Gay, and I wanted to ask you today in my rant, how early do you get up in the morning? How much television do you watch? And how much newspaper are you reading and watching the news? All right, I want to see a show of hands if you're getting up at 5 in the morning, 5:30 in the morning, 6, well I'm seeing a lot more hands at 6, 6:30, more hands, 7, well people are already up probably between 6 and 7, 7:30, what are you doing getting up at 7:30? My God, half the day is over at 7:30. I know that a lot of you probably go into your offices at between 8 and 9 o'clock, but I can tell you that the earlier you get up in the morning, the easier it is to get things done throughout the day. And what I mean by that is when I get up at my time, which is 5:30, no matter what, it's 5:30. I'd love to say later, I'd love to say earlier, but it's pretty much 5:30. And when I get up, I generally will do a little meditation and I'll read from a motivational book. I'll also read from my choice in spiritual literature, the Bible. And I will also read something that will motivate me during the day. It also gives me a little time to breathe and get ready for the day. And I usually start my day about 6 o'clock. And that'll consist of doing some exercise and moving around and getting that blood flowing that needs to be done. And that'll usually go from 6 to 6:45. And from 6:45 on, I'm getting ready to go into my office. I've got my little rituals that I do, my little affirmations that I say, my 10 affirmations that I use in the mornings. But I think that a lot of people have a tendency to stay up really late at night. And I used to be that night owl myself, and I went to a friend of mine's seminars, an old friend, his name is Fred Schofield, and one of the things that Fred taught me was when you get up really early like that, it gives you time for that innate flow to start hitting you in the head and start moving you along. So thanks a lot for that, Fred. The other thing too is I don't watch the news. I very rarely know much about what's happening in the news other than what I hear. And you know, it's always interesting as to how people will spring on you something that's happened. It's never, hey, did you hear that the greatest thing in the world just happened and we had wonderful things happen in our lives and in our worlds and now our worlds are better and our lives are better? No, we talk about auto accidents or fires or whatever it is that we talk about that has no positive solution to it. So if you're watching the news, throw it away. There's no real reason to read the newspaper or watch the news. So get up earlier in the morning. Start making your days far more productive starting in the morning. Quit watching the news and start rocking your world. Thanks so much for listening. And if you enjoyed what you just heard, go to Facebook and like us. You know, I always want to be liked. It's probably my biggest thing in the world that I really need is more people liking me. So it'd be really nice if you could do that just to help us out. And if you're interested in more of Ultimate Practice, go to www.ultimatepractice.net, and we look forward to serving you, and we will see you around the block.